Alright, sending a challenge to Pranav. He is taking a bit to accept. Alright, I've got black. Of course, that means we're going into a Catalan. Maybe I should play that Eric Rosen line again. I'm sure he remembers it though. Let's just play the King's Indian. So one thing I could, this is non-standard, but what if I came here? That way his bishop is always biting on granite. I can try and play for d5 instead of c5 or e5. This is probably just bad. That's interesting. Not sure what the idea of that is. Weakens this king a lot too, probably. And it weakens this pawn. Let's go ahead and play here. Maybe let's see if he takes en passant. If he does, then I'm going to recapture this way, castle here, and get my rook onto e8. That looks really nice. And at my leisure, I can play this move, if and when I decide to. So that blocks in his dark squared bishop. Where do I want this knight to go? That's a question. Here, then maybe here and then here. Or maybe here and then here, like that's so far. Let's go ahead and play d5 now. I also like queen b6, and then his bishop is going to have a really tough time developing. Although maybe I should be trying to go for like a kingside attack. Wonder, is he going to try and play for e4? He's got 1, 2, 3 defenders, and I have 1, 2, 3, so I don't think he can play that. Maybe I try and go for c5 and get my knight into the game. That kind of destabilizes my center though, so I don't like that too much. Interesting. So he's threatening this knight, but it's defended, so that's fine. He's threatening this pawn, which is defended. And he's threatening this pawn, which is defended. And this, which is defended. I could take, and he takes, and then I get my rook into the game, and maybe I could slide it on over here. That seems pretty decent. Interesting. So can't I just take, he takes, I take, he takes, and I lose a pawn and a knight, and he loses a pawn and a knight. What if I push this pawn, and then his knight, I guess it has to come here. And then I don't really see what I do after that. Maybe I play queen here, and then the knight is trapped. Is that right? That seems right. It's defended though. But then I could take this pawn without as much worry. No, that doesn't make. Let's try it. I don't think this works exactly, but we'll go for it anyways. It's just a casual game. I can always just try and... Yeah, see, the reason it doesn't work is because I forgot that my pawn is there, so I'm not attacking this. He does lose a defender, but I lost a defender as well, so it doesn't work. That is an interesting move. So he's allowing me to take this, and then his rook comes here, but then I can just take the knight, so that doesn't work. Let's go ahead and take, but then he takes the pawn. Actually, wait, what am I talking about? Can't I just take here? And he doesn't have back rank mate because I can either drop the rook back, or actually I'll drop the rook back to defend it. Well, I guess it's already defended. Let's take. I'm not sure what the idea there. I mean, he was trying to pin this, but I mean, I almost didn't see it, so who am I to be talking about, like, what was his idea there? I don't know why I did that. It almost worked. I hovered over a different move at first. Okay, well, I can still take this. Now it's more dangerous though because his knight's defended, so let's see if I take. And then he comes here. I can take this, and I think I have a lot of escape squares, so maybe I should go for this. Maybe I continue with my other plan. Maybe I bring the knight here, and then after his rook moves, I have a very strong attack on his king, perhaps. Let's try that. I like this move too because it defends my rook and it's opening up my bishop a little bit more. I got a hair in my mouth. I hate that. Okay, I think my main worry here is, first of all, blundering something stupid and giving the game away. Always a big worry for me. Second, losing on time. So now I can't play this anymore because he just takes. Although it does pin himself. I think the time has arrived for me to develop my bishop. And in this case, I'm going to develop it here. moment maybe I play my rook here, or maybe I play this rook here, hitting his queen, and I'm defending, so we're fine. I think he'll probably play this move. No, he can't. It's pinned because of my queen. I think he would want to play that move to kick away my knight. He could play this, which kind of accomplishes the same thing. Now I think that that is not good because he's pinning his knight to his rook. So if I play here, aren't I just winning? Because he has 0 defenders on that knight, so at most he can get 1 defender. And I will also have 1 defender. Either the bishop if I take with the rook, or the rook if I take with the bishop. I think I liked this C6 move, and of course I just did that. This is fine though, because I can still take his rook and just turn it into some trades. So let's play here. So I'm gonna play here after this. So let's think, if I play here, he comes here, I can take, and I'm threatening a huge attack. He could come here, but I don't think I care about that so much. He can't come here, my bishop's defending, and he could take my bishop, but I just recapture. So let's go here. I could also, if he takes here, I could come here. I don't think that that's any better though. I mean, I'd rather win his rook than his knight. And if he plays, say, here first, then I think I still take. And you can't take here right now because I can just take that. And he still doesn't have any back rank checks. And he still can't take my bishop because that would hang his rook. Okay. Let me think now. So now he is both threatening to take the rook and to infiltrate on the back rank. Let's drop the bishop here. And I'll trade, and then he'll take, and I'll cover with the bishop, I suppose. Damn, how long was that knight hanging? I did not notice that. Okay. Fair enough. Let's attack the rook and... oh no, wait, hold on. Where's my queen? So he's threatening to take this with check, which is not what we want. Let's come here and defend it. And he's no longer, he doesn't have he doesn't have 2 defenders on this square, so he can't play that check anymore. And I'm threatening to come here can infiltrate that way, but he just covers with the bishop, so I don't think that that does too much. Damn, I let this game get away from me. Okay, so he's threatening to come here again. Let's bring my bishop here and defend that square. So that opens up this check. Guess I'll play it. I don't have a lot of time to be thinking about, you know, what the different checks do. It's probably not good to play this, but whatever. Don't have time. Let's drop the bishop back, I suppose. He's just gonna win on time at this point. There's nothing I can do about that. If we were playing like an increment game, maybe I would still have a chance, but with 48 seconds, I mean, there's just no way I can play fast enough. Now, I think if he's not careful, isn't this back rank mate? And he doesn't have any more checks, so let's see if he comes like here to start attacking these pawns. Is this not mate? His only check is here, but I just take that, so he's not going to play that. Hopefully he doesn't notice this. Damn, he does see it. Okay. I guess let's just start pushing pawns. I probably should have taken here. Take there. Let's come here. So his queen can't move out the back rank now. His bishop could move somewhere. I can't play this, or I can play this. Now I'm threatening mate here, and my bishop is defended. That's smart. Let's come here. I don't have enough time. Fuck, I had a better move on my previous move. No! Ah, my pre-moves. That was a good game. I think I'll have to look at it after. I don't know if we're gonna play another one. Okay. I think I had a much better move at the end when his king was trapped in the corner. If I'd had like 10 more seconds, I could have seen it. Let's go with the fantasy variation. Oh, he takes. Okay, so I don't remember this super well. Okay, so this is what you're supposed to do. I believe I play here. And even if he takes, I'm going to come here. That's what you're supposed to do. I'm just supposed to get like a huge attack on this f7 square. I almost accidentally mouse slipped here. That would have been sad. Now I'm not sure what I do. I could push. If I castle, I'm just allowing him to take that, right? I'm gonna do it anyways, though. Well, now let's play here, and he can't take anymore. All right. So if he castles, can't I play this and he's losing the knight? I mean, I guess he can. This doesn't work because he can come here. I feel like I still like the position after takes. Pranav likes the chaos. That does make sense. He is my most chaotic friend. So let me think here. If he pushes, okay, well, what if I took here and then takes, and then queen takes? That doesn't seem good. How about takes. That seems better to me. Let's go for that. I could also take with the knight, and then after he takes, presumably with the pawn, because he's not going to want to, then I play maybe queen here, and then he takes, and I don't really think that works. Let's just take here. I think I'm going to play my bishop here in a second. Prevent him from playing this discovered check, even though it's not that dangerous. And then, but more importantly, I get my bishop aiming at this square, and I'm going to try and get my queen over there. That's going to be my idea. I'm going to try and get my queen and my rooks over there. Maybe I could have played knight here and I would have had 3 attackers on there and he only has 2 defenders. Perhaps that would have been better, but then I guess he just plays queen here and I don't really think that it works. Okay. So what am I trying to do here? I want to get my knight out of the way. Preferably without losing it. But let's suppose I come here and he takes it, and then I come here and I'm threatening mate on this square. Does he have a way out? He could try running his king, and then my queen comes here with mate because my rook has vision on that. So I think he doesn't have a way. He has to defend this square. And oh, he can play bishop here, but I could take that with my own bishop. And he can't recapture. I feel like this works. Maybe it doesn't, and I just blundered and I'm just losing now. But I'm happier with a blunder like this, where like I think I have a strong attack and it just turns out I calculated wrong, than one where I just like don't notice that there's a knight fork. Like those kinds of blunders really piss me off. But a blunder like this, where it's like, oh, I thought I had a really good attack and then it turns out it doesn't work, I'm happier with that. I feel like this doesn't work actually, because can he play queen here, and then when I come here, he comes here. Oh, maybe it does work. I really don't know. We'll see what happens. But I'm coming for that king, Pranav. You better watch out. And he can't play queen here because I take this way. Or maybe even I take this way, and then he's forced to come here, and I have mate here, perhaps? I think that's right. These two dudes are doing absolutely nothing. Well, this is just mate in 1, isn't it? 2 blunders in 15 moves. I mean, that's got to be like a record. All right, we got another Catalan. Oops, didn't mean to draw that arrow. Okay, I liked the position I got from going c6 and d5, so I'm going to try that again. And this is different because actually last time he played here. Let's go ahead and castle myself. Let's defend the center. He's ultra solid here. This little pawn diamond. Interesting. He doesn't have a way of attacking this knight immediately, yes? And my center is perfectly fine with the 2 pawns there. So I want to bring my knight here anyways though, and come here in a second to attack this pawn. So I'm not worried about this pin yet. That might be a mistake, but we'll see. Part of the problem is Pranav just plays so fast. He's a speed demon, you know. I also have queen b6 and hitting this pawn again. I feel like that worked out decently well. Do I want to take that square away from my knight, though? Especially, I think he'll just play b3 and shut that idea down. Well, he was playing speed demon-like. I guess he's never gotten this position before. Let's open up. Which way do I want to open this up? Do I take with the E pawn or with the C pawn? If I take with the C pawn, my bishop is still kind of hemmed in, so let's take with the E pawn. I think my idea of coming with my knight here is still fine. I think that's a pretty nice square for my knight. Well, that's interesting. I'm gonna move this knight out of the, oh, I guess I can't do that because then he pushes and I lose my knight because it's pinned. So I have to take. I guess maybe I could have played queen here and that would have accomplished the same goal. After he recaptures this way, I'm gonna play queen here, I think. Oh, that's interesting. That is not what I was expecting. So he's threatening these guys, all of which are defended. He's also attacking this pawn. And I had kind of given that pawn up as a goner, so I don't really care if he takes that pawn. I'm gonna play queen here, hit this pawn, and also free up my knight to move again, which is good. I like when my knights can move. I don't like when my knights can't move. High quality chess content here. So it looks like this game is going to be pretty open. So the bishops are valuable. So I would like to not trade my bishops for his knights if possible. And I would instead like to trade my knights for his bishops. Okay, let's trade away this. And then I don't want to come here because then he can take, and I take, and then his queen takes. And that just doesn't seem like a great situation to me. Let's come here, and I can try and win that pawn. I don't like that I'm blocking in my bishop again, but I think it's fine because I'm gonna immediately move it and take this. I'm presuming he's gonna play here. I could play here and he takes, and then, well, I wouldn't take with the rook first, but I'd take with the knight, or maybe with the bishop, and then if he takes, then I have a strong attack on this pawn here. Interesting, I wasn't expecting him to take with that pawn. Or with that piece, rather. I was expecting him to take with the bishop. Okay, hold on. Let's suppose I take. Does he have any knight forks? You can come here, here, but that isn't super dangerous, I don't think. And he can come here, but that's fine. I just move my king out of the way. I also like the idea of coming here. No, that's not good actually. But maybe I come, I don't know, move my knight somewhere and I'll have a discovered attack on his rook. No, I don't have a discovered attack on his rook. But I can play my bishop here. And I like that spot for it. I feel like he's going to play rook here in a second. I thought I allowed this, but I don't, thank God. I was like, these knight forks. But I have two defenders on that square, so we're okay for now. When did I get up a pawn? I don't remember that. I think I'm gonna want to move. So his goal, I think, is to double up. Let's say no to that. Wait, is this bad? Hold on. If I move here, he has a discovered attack. He could play here. That doesn't work. I just take it. He can't come here. Can't come here. He can go here, but I take his queen, and coming here does nothing. So let's go here. And I'm defending this. Try and kick his queen out. And then I want to play my own queen to here. Or depending on where he moves his queen, I play my bishop here and connect my rooks. Depends, I feel like he's going to attack my knight with his queen. If he goes here, do I trade? I think the answer is yes. Okay, I'm up on the clock for once. This is good. Yeah, so he is attacking my knight as expected. Let's come here and potentially offer a queen trade. And I'm okay with the structure damaging. I don't think that really matters at our level. I do have to be careful though after that I don't drop this pawn from this bishop. But I don't think the damaging of the doubling of the pawns matters that much. As long as I don't make any egregious blunders, I'm up on time and I can just flag him. May not be the most honorable method of winning, but you know what? we take it anyways. Okay, now I want to move my knight away. If he just moves his queen away, I want to move my knight somewhere, and then my queen will be opened up on the bishop. Okay, so we are trading queens. That's all well and good. And he is attacking my knight. So let's move it here. Because then he can't take without undoubling me. And I'm able to develop my bishop now. I'll probably develop it here. That way it closes off his rook. Even though it'll be staring at this pawn, but it prevents him from ever moving this pawn forward. He's trying to double up. Let's block him out, as previously discussed. And now I am going to try and double up here and then here, something like that. I gotta be careful about back rank. Maybe I just play here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna play here. Try and kick his bishop out. Oh, actually, that's a really good move. I bet I've been supposed to play that for a while, because if he comes here, then I can play there, and his bishop's trapped. And if he comes here, then he's dropping the knight. I wonder how long I've had that, and I haven't been playing it. It's probably been like every move for the past 7 moves has been a blunder because of this idea. That's interesting. So if I take the bishop now, what is he trying to do? Like come in here? He can't. He could come here. If I take this, if I take the knight first and then he takes with his bishop, then I take his bishop. I feel like this is best, but I'm not sure. If he comes here, I'm just going to move my rook over. I guess his idea is that he's taking and he's winning a pawn, but I don't give a fuck about the pawn at this point. Okay. I could play here, and he takes, and then I take, and he takes, and so I just drop my rook. That doesn't make sense. What else do I have? I could play bishop here. Let's play this rook up here. Start trying to attack his pawns. If he plays here, then I take, and then he takes, and I just run my king up, and that's fine. I'm just going to try and win these pawns. Didn't think about that move. Alright, I'm going to try and force a rook trade. I feel like that can only help me with the amount of time that we both have. Did I just blunder mate? No. Maybe, actually. Here. And then I come here. And then, no, he can't come here. I think we're fine. I could also just drop my rook back. Okay, I like that his bishop is pinned down. Let's give this check, maybe. Then we'll give this check and win the pawn at the same time. And then come here, threatening mate. Just attack this pawn. Now this allows mate, doesn't it? Oh, it doesn't allow mate because he can escape this way. That's fine though. Let's just swing back over here. Will admit that I was not expecting that. My conversion has been pretty bad, but his time is so low that it's fine. All right, good game. Apparently there's a trailer out for the new Jurassic Park. Wonder if he's down to keep playing. He is indeed. Maybe I should play like the English against him or something. That way he can't play Karo Khan. I like this variation of the fantasy where they take. I don't like the one as much where they don't take. Taking seems really bad to me. Like even if you play E5 and the takes variation, like I don't know, man. I just don't. I'm not seeing it. I think I'm just supposed to castle anyways here, and I just say that I don't give a fuck about that. The goal is to just belligerently attack this pawn. Let's play here, maybe. Idea is to come here and try and attack his g7 pawn also. And if he takes, then I'm going to take with the rook. Now my rook is open. My rook and bishop are pissed off and staring directly at that pawn. You can take here. Honestly, do I even care about that at the moment? Suppose I play here, and then he comes here, and then I play here, and he comes here to try and run away. And then maybe I play queen here, he comes here. I don't think it works. Oh, I could play my bishop out at some point. I'll play it as an intermediate move anyways. Maybe I don't go full crazy mode and just sack this knight, but I give like 1 or 2 checks and then Then we return. We bring the knight out. I was going to say certainly he's not going to move that way, right? And then he moved that way. Okay. I feel like there's got to be a mate here. I could bring the bishop back this way. He comes here. Then maybe this bishop comes here. And I win his queen. Or is there a mate somewhere? I could also bring it out this way. He's still... No, he doesn't have to come here anymore. Let's come here. I guess he can block with the knight, so this was bad. Damn, I didn't think about that. That was dumb. I was just thinking his king would move, but obviously he's going to play this. Okay. That was a big mistake. But I can come here. And if he takes, then I'll just capture. And I can still take his knight whenever I want. And I'm opening up my queen, which is nice. This is a pretty wild game here. I like this variation of the fantasy. This is a very chaotic variation. A bunch of crazy shit's happening. Now that's a good move. That is a good move. Because I can't take... Well, let's suppose I take... He queens with check and then I lose. So that's not happening. I could come here, but then he takes and wins. I think I have to drop this back. Or actually, I take with check, he takes, I take his queen, he makes a new queen, and I just snap up that new queen. Give me that shit. And he can't take my queen because he's in check. Look at this. I mean, that is ridiculous. Every single one of my pieces is on the back rank. And, all right, what's the fastest path to victory? Let's give this check and win the rook, or he'll play there. I could still win an exchange. And then I'll play my knight out. I like that his knight can't move also. These two pieces are totally paralyzed, which is nice. And I'm going to get my knight out and then bring my rook over and attempt to mate. I don't know what that move is supposed to do. Just gonna bring my knight out here anyways. If he trades, I mean, that's just better for me, right? I guess he wants to play here, but then maybe he was he wanted to prevent me from taking that. Yeah, but I'm not moving my queen. I mean, look at how brilliantly placed it is. Alright, let's bring my rook over to help with the mate. His knight still can't move. Here, and then here, and then here, here, and there. And I think that's mate. Alright, good game. 2 blunders and 1 missed win. But we got 3 out of 4, so it's a nice little record against Pranav. I think he's done. I think I had you last game till I got greedy. Possibly I need to analyze. I think he's done. Let's go ahead and start analyzing this one. I don't think I'm going to analyze all 4 games in this one, but just this game I'll analyze in the video. Yeah, he is done. Okay. So we had the fantasy with the captures variation. These are all book moves. So this is an inaccuracy. This is best. This is a blunder because of... This isn't that... This doesn't work where you do this and you allow them to take and then you come here. There is a trap like this. I vaguely recall it. Oh yeah, this is totally in the video. You do this, and then they take, and you come here, and they move, and you capture. This is in that video I watched on the fantasy like a couple weeks ago. Anyways. So after I missed that move, it's basically even. That was a mistake, and that was a huge blunder because it allowed that, so that was the right move. And this was the best move too. I thought I made a mistake after the knight move. What if I had come to my other location, which was going to be like here? Instead of +7, it's now... I just want to see what the evaluation is. +5.8. Okay, so both of them are totally fine. Damn, I played this at a pretty high accuracy, I feel like. 95.3 adjusted after the retries. What was it before? 91. Pranav, I'm sorry to say, but on you were saying apparently, oh, you do see it. I thought the discovered attack promotion thing was pretty good. That was this was a good idea. But it doesn't work because your king is right there. I totally did not see this, so that was a very strong idea, but I just got lucky that this worked. Alright, well, good games, Pranav. Let's stop the recording here.